Hi Pisces, welcome to your October 2018 Tarot and Astrology reading. Thank you for all your likes and subscriptions. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the channel. So, Pisces, we have the Sun in Libra, we have Mercury in Libra, and we have a new moon on the 9th in Libra. For you guys, this represents 8th house energy, so that can sometimes relate to other people's money. It can relate to hidden money, especially with a new moon. You might find some sort of way of making money or utilizing your money. But with the 8th house as well, it can be a very mysterious side of the sky for you. So there may be a couple of things that you just can't put your finger on in your life that maybe you're hoping for some answers to. I also think with Venus retrograding on the 6th of October in the sign of Scorpio, which is a sister sign for you, it's also 9th house energy of travel. There could be the usual delays in travel arrangements. There's been a lot of that this year, actually. But that being said, a few people may return, especially if you're dealing with someone who's at a long distance from you. Feelings for a long distance past love affair or long distance friendship, or maybe you lived in a different country at some point. There could be a bit of nostalgia. It's Venus and Scorpio retrograding. I was just about to say it's a bit of a 6 of Cups energy. Oh, weird. Okay, yeah. Venus also rules finance. So you could be dealing with a few, especially if you work in finance, there could be a few setbacks. But nothing to worry about too much, I hope. Let's see, Pisces. The 4 of Cups. Okay, interesting start to the reading. The 4 of Swords. 4-4. The 8 of Wands. The Hermit. The Hermit was actually in the same position for Capricorn, I think. Outcome, Temperance. And underneath, Knight of Swords. Okay. The Knight of Swords actually does appear when something suddenly comes up. And the 8 of Wands suggests a very quick energy too. So I think there could actually be somebody returning with an offer. And it could be to do with travel. But it might not necessarily have been the one that you wanted or the one you thought you were getting. It could also be that somebody from the past returns, but it's not necessarily a person you have feelings for. So, because I can see sort of a rejection of something as the current energy, or maybe you're feeling a little bit deflated by what you've got going on. You're not feeling excited about it. You're not feeling enthusiastic about your situation. And with the Hermit in the challenge position, I sort of sense that you may be going inward a little bit. Because as I said, with the 8th house energy, there may be a few things that you feel you don't have answers to. There's a couple of things, Pisces, in October, and you're very intuitive. Like, you can sort of sense when something's going on, or something's not quite right. But I actually think this month you're not having the easiest time deciphering what it is. Mercury's in Scorpio from I think it's the 10th of October. And in a sister sign, in a fellow water sign, you may find that you're better at communicating, but that doesn't mean you're dealing with somebody who this particular Mercury position can deal with that very easy. Not everyone's as good as communicating as you, because communication's on your side. Yet you don't have the answers. And if communication's on your side and you don't have the answers, it means that the person you're trying to communicate with isn't giving so. Some of you as well seem to be, I don't know if this is maybe you work in an environment that has restrictions on holidays or leave or time off. Maybe some of you have been sick, but there seems to be, for some people in particular, a fear of taking too much time off work or taking too much time out, or FOMO, fear of missing out. And there seems to be that going on for some people here, to the risk of not spending any time on your own, or maybe you have people in your life that are demanding of your company. And Pisces, you guys, whether you like to admit it or not, do need some downtime to recharge, because oftentimes a Piscean person or a Piscean moon or a Piscean rising need some time alone to recharge, because they can sometimes be so empathetic that they pick up other people's thoughts and other people's feelings, and you have to guard your energy sometimes, or at least recharge. And I think for some reason you're being restricted on that. Now with Temperance, the outcome is, it's a beautiful outcome. There's healing, and there is actually restored energy between you and someone that you've not been communicating with. And it could be a fire sign, it could be a Leo, Sagittarius, or an Aries, because you're a water sign. And Temperance is the balance between a water and a fire sign, Pisces. So there could be some healing going on between you and another person, especially under Venus retrograde. Sometimes relationships that didn't get closure come back again to get that closure. Okay, so Eight of Cups, something that was left behind. A rejection, walking away from a rejection, maybe. Two of Wands. Okay. The Emperor. Ooh. He's in the positive position. The Hierophant's in the challenge position. The outcome. Oh, Pisces. Two of Cups. Lucky. Oh, the Four of Wands. Lucky you guys. Oh, what? Oof. I think you guys got the Two of Cups last month, didn't you? Didn't you? I'm not sure. I'd have to rewatch it. How greedy of you, Pisces. Why are you getting all the fun? Okay, so I joke. I'm happy for you guys. There seems to be, I have to say this, and this is just part and parcel of the cards. I have to say some of you, and I mean some of you, are dealing with a reconciliation with someone. And this could be romantic, or this could be a friendship, just an FYI. But it's someone that you certainly didn't see eye to eye with. So this could be healing after an argument. You could be dealing with someone who is very stubborn, because the Emperor can be just that. There seems to be a very strong healing aspect to this. It could be family related, Pisces, and I just think there seems to be something quite lovely about this month in terms of meeting someone eye to eye. The interesting part is that the way that you get here, Pisces, with Temperance and the Two of Cups, is by not listening to the status quo. The Hierophant in the challenge position, whatever order and whatever rules that you have in your head, you're okay breaking them this month, Pisces. Especially those of you that have Venus already in retrograde in your natal chart. I want to speak to you specifically for 2 seconds. Things are going to be a lot easier when Venus is retrograding for you. Maybe not entirely, maybe not completely, not everything's perfect, but it's going to be a lot easier for people to understand you. Venus retrograde have a unique way of looking at love and relationships. They have a different way of doing things. And I think with the Hierophant here in the challenge position, you don't have to listen to the status quo. You can do things your way. And this counts for you even if Venus isn't retrograde in your chart. You don't have to be so traditional. Especially not if you're just doing it for the sake of everyone else. Break the rules a little bit. Do something different. Come out of your shell. The Hermit's in your challenge position because it's not right to hide away. It's not right to leave the situation at this particular moment. You're okay to progress. You're okay to talk about how you feel. Especially okay to talk about how you feel with the Eight of Wands. I think actually Mercury in Scorpio is giving you a voice that you might not have had. And you're still a little bit timid about it because of the Hermit energy. You still don't necessarily want to talk about it, maybe. But there's love after a rejection, because the Four of Cups to me is a rejection of something or someone moving forward, and then there's this romance here. So I'm going to go over this again one more time. I'm blending the Cross of Truth and the Triple Cross that I usually do, because everyone seems to feel more resonance with this spread, but some people missed the Celtic Cross. So I'm sort of blending the two by going over this 3 times. So Pisces. Six of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, the Six of Cups again. In your positive position, the Hangman in your challenge, and the Five of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles. Okay. Oh yeah. I think with the Five of Wands, I want to point one thing out. This love relationship, whether it be a romance or a friendship or even a family member, because there's healing with somebody specific, and I feel like for a lot of you it's romantic, so it could be a return of somebody from the past, especially with the Six of Cups in the positive position. You could be dealing with an ex, or you could also be dealing with someone that you liked for a long time, that it didn't get off the ground with. Could be an Aries person for a lot of you, but there's differences fundamentally in the way that you deal with things and the way that you do communicate. As I said, communication's in your favor, but say you were dealing with an Aries, for example, just playing devil's advocate here, it would be that Mercury position wouldn't be so comfortable for them. That would be their, it could be 8th house energy where they're being more mysterious in their communication, being a bit more covert. It could be 12th house energy, for example, if it's a Sagittarius you're dealing with. I feel like it could be a fire sign because their aspect to Mercury may be a little bit more covert and they won't be as open. They'll certainly be more open, I think, in November, but there's definitely a difference in communication style with you and somebody, but there's a lot of love there. So there could also be, for those of you that are entirely single, there could be somebody who appears about halfway through the month, and you might try and fight your attraction for this person, or they might try and win your attention by being a bit insulting, especially if it's like a Scorpio or something. They might be a little bit more sarcastic, a bit more flirty banter is something that I see the Two of Cups and the Five of Wands. Someone you can have a bit of banter with, a bit of flirtation, a bit of fun. And for some people, though, this is somebody that kept you out in the cold for a long time, and now suddenly they're being like, oh hey, quite flirty and Mr. Nice Guy, whatever, and you're like, where did you come from? I thought you were gone. I sort of see that with the Six of Cups, especially if you are dealing with an Aries. It's like, what do they want? Why are you here? Where did you come from? The Hanging Man in the challenge position, though, this may be the challenge in itself, is the waiting period for this person. Or even if you're entirely single, you could have been waiting a long time. With the Hierophant and the Hermit, feeling left out in the cold for a long time, feeling out on your own for a long time, waiting for something substantial, and here somebody is, and they're just a bit, they're the type of person, I think, with the Five of Wands, you don't really know how to take them when you first meet them, but they're a lot of fun. I definitely feel you're getting messages from somebody from before, though. So for some of you, this is someone from the past, or it's actually a past life connection. I also think with the Eight of Wands and the Six of Cups, and I'm not saying this is you coming to me per se, I'm saying this is more as you going to a medium, maybe. Someone that can talk to the other side. I feel like some of you could be doing that with the Eight of Wands and the Six of Cups. Especially some of you that have lost a father. I think some of you might be getting little signs from the universe that your father is with you. This is just those of you that have already lost it. I'm not saying anybody's losing anybody this month. I'm just saying there could be communication in the air from them. Or even some of you that are dealing with a father where you were estranged, there could be some degree of reconciliation or news about how he's doing. Something positive. I think you guys are getting news you've waited for a very long time. In fact, I know you are. From the cards, it really is news that has been delayed. You've moved on and you've waited, and you've moved on and you've waited, and you thought you've moved on, and you're willing to give it another go and wait some more. And you're finally like, I can't do this anymore. I can't wait for this news. I can't wait for this energy. I can't wait for this decision. And you get it. Now, this could be in relation to travel too. Don't get me wrong. The Eight of Wands in the positive position. I feel like you could hear about a move. Some news that you've been waiting for a long time finally comes out this month, Pisces, which is awesome. Just bear in mind with Venus retrograding that you might get the news, but it might not necessarily all play out super, super, super quick, because this seems to have some kind of connection to the past. So maybe this was something that was decided a while ago, didn't get off the ground. There may be a need to revisit something before moving forward. Six of Cups, Eight of Wands, revisit the old before moving forward to the new. And there is a reconciliation of some kind. Healing as well. Healing from a past relationship maybe. And meeting somebody new. I just don't know, the Two of Cups has been following you guys around. So if you are completely single, ask yourself what exactly the type of person is that you're waiting for, because the Hangman is always in a voluntary position. He's waiting, but he's possibly waiting too long, and he's possibly, with the Hermit energy, expecting to find love on his doorstep. Get off the internet and go out into the world. You know, you're not necessarily going to meet the love of your life on Tinder. I think you're more likely to meet them out of the house with the Hermit in the challenge position. So try it. Maybe try getting away for the weekend to a different city, because Venus in the 9th house all the same can be love with someone from a different background or a different connection. A different part of the world, Pisces. Ooh, we got one. Oh, we got two. Abundita. Abundantia. Try it again. Abundantia. Prosperity. The universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. Thumbs up for that. Mau, Mother Earth. You're being called upon to help with environmentalism. That's pretty clear with Temperance, actually. It's helping the earth, healing through nature, things like that. She's come out quite a lot, so I feel like she's really... Mother Earth is a little bit pissed at everybody for not taking environmentalism so seriously, because I just noticed she comes out in nearly every reading. She just is like, listen to me. So that's her. Pay attention. Prosperity, the universe is giving you abundance, be open to receiving, and I do feel like something's coming in that you've waited for a long time, Pisces, so this is particularly positive. Good news is on the horizon, and be expecting a little bit of banter, which everybody wants, really. So hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll see you in the mid-monthly readings for more October messages, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.